To order the Seeing and Doing Teacher's Notes for the spring term, price £1.10, Anthologies 1 and 2, price £3.95 each, and the Shape Up software, price £17.75, please contact your local ITV company. Alternatively, send a cheque or postal order to Schools Publications Office, Thames Television, 149 Tottenham Court Road, London W1P 9LL.
Can you guess where I am today? Yes, of London, and as you can see, I'm surrounded by pigeons. A lot of pigeons seem to like big towns and cities, and I think the most famous place to see them is just here. People come from all over the world to have their photograph taken with the pigeons.
Looks fun, doesn't it? I wish I'd brought my camera with me.
But isn't it strange that amidst all this noise and traffic, there should be so many birds? You know, I think there are more pigeons than there are people.
What do you think? But why should pigeons want to live in the middle of a big city like this?
You can buy packets or tubs of grain, and the pigeons become very, very tame.
They'll even perch on your head. Visitors to Trafalgar Square keep the pigeons well fed, but food isn't the only thing pigeons need. Can you think of something else? Yes, it's water, and there's plenty of it here. The fountains are the perfect place to have a drink, and have a bath as well. It's important for all birds to keep their feathers clean and tidy, and they do need a bath because cities can be such dirty places.
Another reason why they like city life is because of all the tall buildings. You see, pigeons are descended from wild rock doves that used to nest high in the cliffs above the sea. So all these tall buildings make the pigeons feel quite at home.
In fact, you'll see them all over the city, in stations, under bridges, and on high ledges, and even on the head of a statue. Cities have all that a pigeon needs: food, water, and somewhere to rest. And there's plenty to see as well. Pigeons aren't the only birds that live in a city. There are many others. The city park is a good place to look, with all those trees and bushes. This makes a change from all that traffic. It's a lovely place to visit. Some people come just to walk around. And others come to have their lunch. And another visitor to the park is this bird. Do you know what it is? Yes, it's the sparrow. He's quite a small bird, much smaller than the pigeon. He's got a very strong beak, just the thing for picking up seeds, his favourite food. But you know, he'll often come to share your lunch. Have you ever had a sparrow eat out of your hand?
You know, sparrows are some of the most common birds in the city. In fact, wherever people live, you'll find sparrows. But you know, they're not quite as tame as pigeons. Sometimes even the slightest noise, like that, will make them fly away. These seem quite happy to stay with me, though. I think I'm lucky today.
Male sparrows have grey heads and black bibs, but female sparrows, like this one, have light brown heads and a pale stripe behind the eyes. As well as eating the food we give them, the birds feed on scraps we leave behind. Here's a thrush looking for a snack in a litter basket. Rubbish from the city is taken to a tip or rubbish dump like this one. Other birds find this a good place to look for bits of food. These are seagulls. Though they usually live by the sea, they've learned that if they come inland for a while to places like this near the city, food is easy to find.
But you know, not all the birds that come to the city parks feed on rubbish that people have thrown away. Some birds, like the blackbird, hunt around the grass for worms. And they also nest in the trees and bushes, where they can hunt for juicy berries. And the thrush likes to eat worms and berries too, but occasionally he likes to make a snack of a snail.
Here's the blackbird again. We can tell it's a male bird by his bright yellow beak and black feathers. You'll see birds bathing even on a very cold day. Clean feathers are warm feathers. Now, have you ever seen this happen? It's a great tit stealing the cream from the top of the milk. Here's another bird who likes to live in the city, and birds go everywhere to look for food and make their homes. You don't find them just in the big parks. They're also in small gardens.
Because they have all that a bird needs for roosting and nesting. They've got trees and bushes. And because people like to mow the lawn, there's also short grass that makes it easy for the birds to hunt for worms. And there's lots of flowers that attract insects, and some birds like to eat insects. So you see, most of the birds that you see in cities or in big parks, you also see in back gardens. And there's lots of other things in back gardens that birds make a lot of use of. Even the garden shed.
And in this one, 2 robins have made a nest and are busy feeding their chicks. Come here, little robin, and don't be afraid. I would not hurt even a feather. Come here, little robin, and pick up some food to warm you this very cold weather. The winter has come, but it will not stay long, and summer we soon shall be greeting. Then remember, dear robin, to sing me a song in return for the breakfast you're eating. You don't often see more than 1 robin on a lawn, but you can't say that about starlings. There's usually a crowd of them as they busily search for food.
And the surprising thing about the starling is that in the evenings, especially the winter evenings, just as the people are rushing away from the city after a hard day's work,
The starlings will flock back into the city in their thousands. And they will spend the night amongst the warmth and safety of the tall buildings. Next time you go to the city, see how many different kinds of birds you can find.